What's going on, guys? Machine here with a non-game related video. I wanted to make this video for a while and I haven't, so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. This video is all about one of my favorite things to do in the whole wide world, and that's smoke hookah. What is hookah, you may say? Hookah is basically smoking water-filtered tobacco through a device called a hookah, or in Arabic, an ilgile. You have a base, you fill it up with water, you have a cylinder that goes into the base, and then you have a head that goes on top of the cylinder. You put a foil on top after you put the tobacco in the head, punch it through holes, put a charcoal on, light it, and inhale goodness. Now, the cool thing about hookah, and probably one of the reasons why I love smoking it so much, is it's very convenient. You can smoke inside. You don't have to worry about it staining your ceiling. It's water filtered. The smoke dissipates after you exhale. It tastes phenomenal. Your house doesn't smell. Matter of fact, as soon as you're done smoking, you're not going to smell it anymore. It's very enjoyable, very stress relieving. You never have to leave your desk. You can game and smoke at the same time. It's just off the fucking chain. So, that being said, let's get into it. There's tons of different flavors that you can smoke, probably 50 to 100, depending on what brand you smoke. The original flavor is actually called double apple, or nekla in Arabic, and it's pretty harsh. So if you're a beginner, I would not start on double apple, because it does not taste like apple. It tastes kind of like smoking black licorice. That being said, there's tons of fruity flavors that make it enjoyable for pretty much anyone. So I'm going to show you the top brand and one of the fruity flavors I have. And the brand you want to get is called Starbuzz. Starbuzz makes the best tasting, smelling, best hitting tobacco out. It's about $17 for a can. And if you're paying more than $17 for a 250 gram can, you're getting ripped off. This flavor here, as you can see, fuzzy lemonade, off the chain. It's just yummy. It smells amazing. Like when you open the cap on this thing, shit, you can smell it through the cap. It literally smells like lemonade. Now, part two to smoking hookah is the charcoal. You don't want to go cheap on charcoal, because if you go cheap on charcoal, you're going to regret it real quick. It burns too quick. It makes smoking harsh. You just don't want to do it. There's only one brand. One brand to buy. That's this here. Three Kings. Best charcoal out. Hands down. It's about 100 charcoal in that box. And smoking hookah, you know, probably on an average, you'll use 4 to 5 charcoals per head. So, I mean, you're going to get 25 heads for $11 for the charcoal. Don't go cheap on charcoal. It'll ruin your smoking experience, and you're going to regret it. Okay, so let's get right into it. There's different kinds of hookahs. Some are big, some are small. The only brand hookah that I would suggest buying for your home is called Maya, M-Y-A. They're the best hitting tobaccos, or I'm sorry, best hitting hookahs hands down. Love it, love it, love it. All 4 of my hookahs are Mayas. There's different styles for different occasions. Let's jump in this. Style number 1 is the tall style. You can see that's pretty large. I use this one when I have company over. It's mostly just for show. It hits real good. Great hookah, no complaints. And then there's the small hookah, which I'm going to actually show you in the instructional portion of this video, the assembly of. So basically, the pieces of a hookah are the base, the cylinder thingamadoodad, the head of the hookah, as you can see the holes in there, the tray, which is used for housing charcoal, lighting charcoal, and catching the ashes of dead charcoal. Need some tin foil. About a 4x4 piece should work fine. And last but not least, the mighty toothpick. So basically what you want to do is, you need 1.5 inches of this end of the cylinder to be submerged in water. Not more, not less. So you can kind of see the line there where it sits in the water. So you will fill the base up accordingly, which you can see here I've done. It's a little under half, and I have ice in there to actually cool the air. If you put more water or less water, it's either not going to hit or it's just going to drown out and you're not going to get the effect you want. So basically, you take this cylinder, you stick it in the head, and that's good to go. You put the charcoal tray on there. Now, that head portion of things basically is where you put the tobacco. And that's going to be the brains of the operations, if you will. Now, I can't actually hold my phone and put the tobacco in at the same time because it's a pretty messy experience. But I'm just going to kind of before and after shot this so you can see what it should look like after you put the tobacco in before I actually put the charcoal over it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right now. I'm going to put tobacco in there, and then I'll tell you exactly how to put the tobacco in there, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I successfully applied tobacco to the head, and basically this is what it looks like. Now, when you're putting tobacco into the head, you don't want to pack it at all. When you pull the tobacco leaves out of the package, you want to, lightly break them apart. And the best word I could think of is just kind of like a combination of fluffing and laying the tobacco, just kind of letting it fall into the bowl. Now you can see here, I'm coming up to the edge, and I'm kind of making a little bit of a hill in the middle. Not much though, just kind of like a tapering situation, but you want it all the way evenly around the rim. So now that the tobacco is in the head, basically you take and you put this ring here, which is going to suction the head to the cylinder and allow an airtight situation. So we're going to take this foil piece and we're going to wrap it around the head. So just give me 1 second. I can't do it with the camera in my hands, so stay with me here. So now I have the foil tightly wrapped. You can see it's got a nice, tight look to it. There's no play on the top or severe wrinkles or anything of that nature. And basically at this point what we're going to do is we're going to poke small holes into the foil. You don't want to go all the way in. You just want to hit the surface. And you want to put as many holes as you can, because the more holes, to me, in my experience, the better it's going to hit, because you're going to get more air filtration. Like I said, you're just hitting the surface here. You're not going all the way in. You're not hitting the tobacco. Just using the tip part of the toothpick. You'll notice I'm talking a little bit slower when I'm doing things. I have a hard time multitasking sometimes. My brain's slow or something. So basically you just keep doing this till you feel you have enough holes. And you don't want the holes to be too big, just want the tip. And then after I make all the holes, I kind of go back around and look for areas I may have missed, or just throw some extra ones for the hell of it. So there you have it, shit ton of holes. So now that the holes are there, put it onto the hookah itself, and you have the finished product. So from top to bottom, you can see that's about a 20-inch monitor. So I mean, that's a small hookah. Hits phenomenal, all you need. Then, pretty much, this is the hose. Just take that. There's two ends. This is the one you smoke from. This is the one that you actually stick into the hookah. And I'll get it all set up and finalized and show you guys the finished product. And there you have it. There's the charcoal on top. Basically at that point the charcoal heats up the tobacco, and then inhaling it through the hose It goes down into the bowl, grabs the smoke, comes out the hose, and into your lungs. Where at that point, you exhale. And now you have the best part of making your hookah, and that's enjoying it. If you have any questions about hookah smoking, tobacco flavors, brands, where to buy, shoot me a PM, comment, whatever. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay tuned.